Hi everyone, welcome back to World of Mike the Partwork Wrangler, and today we have built the Batmobile 1989 issue at number 4. Now, I've kind of been dreading this issue because, as you can see here, we've got a lot of pieces, and when there's quite a lot of pieces, I get a bit overwhelmed with it because there's so many bits to fit. Now, Alex Builds did mention that some of you have been experiencing some parts with, I think he said it was 416. I believe I've got all the pieces, but we'll double check that later down the line. We're also provided with this lovely, gorgeous CR2032 battery, so that means that you don't have to buy it yourself, which is great, because in here we have a little circuit board that does that. And you know, I said there was a car that they've launched a Lamborghini Revoluto, and when you look at the photos, I'm sure the steering wheel is the remote control, so that's really cool designed. They've got like a little remote control steering wheel, so if you want to get that, that's available now. Shipping starts in February. Right, we better get started because there's quite a lot to do. So yeah, if we encounter any bits missing, I'll let you know, but I've double checked it twice and I believe we've got everything. So this is our little steering wheel, as you can see, very nicely detailed, and we're going to pop a little clip in here. So as you can see on here, we've got 3 pins, okay, and this part here is going to be basically like a little cover for it, and you can see the little bat logo there, and we've got 3 little holes, and that's going to go into here like so, so basically like that. And then where you've got the 3 pins, this little part here is going to fit onto the back of it. So as you can see, the 3 pins will fit onto there. You just give it a bit of a push there, and it should clip in. But oh, God blimey, that was a bit of a push. Wow. Okay, lovely. So that's that part, and you'll see there's like a little D notch, that's so you can put the steering column in. So once we've done that, and bizarrely there's no steering column in this issue, so yeah, perhaps it gets fitted a little bit down the line. Normally with most of the builds you'll get the steering column along with the steering wheel, but in this case it looks like it's provided a little bit later down the line. Right, now we've got to do some work onto this section here. So this part here, 428, this part here is going to be your dashboard basically. And as you can see, we've got various components in the back. Now we do get this wire, which is a very delicate wire, and I love it when you get a bit of electrics. So we've got, I'm just trying to see if they're numbered. Doesn't really look very different. So basically we've got to fit these onto, I think it's, yeah, you can see here there's a pin and a pin, and it looks like they just clip onto all the pins. So this one here, we'll do one at a time, while we've got to be delicate, because as you can see the wires are only held on for a few bits. So it looks as if this faces, this wire needs a bit of training, but it looks like, I think that just fits somewhere like that. So on the pin though, that's the problem. I don't know if it's on the, I need a light or something. Let me just get my, yeah, I think it just needs a little, oh yeah, right, okay, yeah, this is another reason, this is another reason why I dread like the bigger bits, but let's get a screw in there and see whether it sandwiches and holds it on. But they're going to be attached with what looks like E-type screws. So these are our E-type screws. So we'll start to screw it in and then it should pinch onto the thing. But with you know, these board things, I get very nervous that they're going to snap. So let's pop that into there, and yeah, it seems to be in the hole perfectly. So As I say, that I feel like that could be pinched on a bit more, but I don't want to force it. I'll just loosen it off slightly, but yeah, I don't want to force it. So that's that one. As long as it's, you know, it's on and it's staying there, that's the good thing. Right, so the next one has to be, looks like they bend the wire slightly, and that goes into this part here. Now, I'm not entirely sure what part we test the cable, so... Ah, see, that one went on, that pinched it. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for with the pin on this bit, but it's not giving it very well. So, we'll just do it roughly. Okay, lovely. So we'll put the next C bit. Yeah, when you see all these parts, it does get a bit overwhelming, because some of them are very, very small. But once you start to get all the bits put onto one, or, you know, the bit that you're working on, it's a little bit more, you know, it makes you feel better once it's all on. Right, so now it looks like that one's gonna go. Trouble is we've got to try and bend it and get that in at the same time, you see. So yep, that's on there. Oh, it's popped off. Yeah, because these wires have only on a little bit. Really sort of worry that the wires will snap on me, but yeah, so I just hope that stays there and don't pop off it again. Yeah, these wires, they're like the heart of the build that keep everything moving, you know, and working properly. So okay, so that's that bit, and then I believe we've just got to put, where's that one go? Oh, this is interesting, look. This one doesn't even have like a little post thing, so I assume, you know where it clips through the hole there? There's no hole for it up here. Wow. Okay, well this one's just going to have to be held in with the screw then, because there's no post for it to go onto. Okay, that's fine, as long as it stays there, I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. So let's get our next screw for that. And then, oh no, it's the A team, look, AA. Oh, do you know what? I'd love to build an AA team. It's been a dream of mine to get the A team van as a part work. Like, I'd love to do that. Yeah, okay, cool. That's gone in perfectly. Okay, lovely. So that's how it looks at the moment. So this wire will come. There's actually like a little notch, so I imagine it will go like that and bend under. But look at all the spaghetti junction going on. Oh, brilliant. So then we're going to put that to one side, and we're then going to bring in two parts here, which look as if it's, this looks like a little TV, doesn't it? Like a little old-fashioned TV. Okay, so 425 is this section here, and 425 is the right console. So we get a little emblem thing here, which looks really, really cool. And 426 is going to be your screen. So as you can see, I think, you know, let's put it that way first. But I imagine they've got to go, yeah, it looks like it's directional, because I was wondering if it had to go a specific, like you could put it that way or the car going that way, but yeah, it looks like it's got to go directional because it's got pins on it. So let's see whether we can put this onto here. I do find these don't really sit on the holes very well, but oh, that's that bit in, but okay, okay, maybe I've done that round the wrong way. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh dear. But yeah, so something like mean, even that doesn't sit on there very well. But, maybe this is what Alex meant about the buttons not fitting properly. But as you can see, when I put that onto there, yeah, it fits onto that pin, but it seems to struggle on this bit. But I can only push it in as far as I can. But yeah, right, okay, lovely. So this part here, we're going to bring back the dashboard. This is the bit I love, is where you get to start putting things in. Now I'm going to have to, this is going to be quite a tight manoeuvre, because if something screws through there, we've got to make sure we've got clearance of that wire, because this wire here is very, very tight. So we'll just have to wait and see what we can do on that. But apparently this little part here is supposed to go around here, and then I think, well, they're saying to screw it from the inside, so yeah, so I think that goes through here, is it? Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's gonna be, I can see the hole, but I just want clearance of that wire first. So yeah, that looks okay. Okie dokie, so now we're going to get a D-screw in. Yeah, that wire behind that is extremely tight. It could have been a little bit longer, I feel, on that wire. Just a little tiny bit longer, just so there's a little bit of slack. Because as I say, that is quite a tight fit. So on this case, that's gone in there lovely. That's a little bit annoying, because why have we not got... I can't understand what they've... unless that is supposed to go like that, maybe. I'm trying to see here, because this section here, you can't... It looks like it's going that way. So does that then mean that the buttons have to go in from that side? Must do, yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. I've put that back to front. Oh dear. Right. Okay, give that a hard push, and then that should clip that. Yeah, beautiful. So let's try that again, but remember I've got to get that wire out of the way, so that looks like enough clearance for me. Brilliant. I thought that looked a bit strange. So now we want a D screw, sorry. So let's get back on track here with the D screw. So I imagine this bit lights up, but yeah, where do you press for the button to come on? Because there's no LED, well, I think there's an LED behind it, because it would have to show up, wouldn't it? But yeah, we have, we'll get to, I'm hoping we get to test it, because with me, I won't test it unless they've told us to test it. I like to wait. So, okay, so that's that bit. And then obviously this wire, I just want to double check. That looks as if it comes around the back. Yeah, this feeds around the back somewhere. There is a little notch here that must click into there and come out. I think that would have been nicer to put it through there. But that's that bit. Right, okay, lovely. So next we want to get this little part here. 427 is going to be your button panel 4 apparently. And that's going to go, it looks like there's a hole here. That's what that hole's for. And that hole is going to, this is very cool done, isn't it? It conceals all like the wires up. So again, I need to make sure that there's clearance from that cable. I'm going to have to move this up a bit because it's a little bit in my way. So the wire's like somewhere up here. And then we want to get that so that it sort of locks into there, somewhere there. And the hole's there, beautiful. Okay, and then obviously that would then feed somewhere around there. So let's get the D screw again. This is going in with a D screw. So hold that there slightly and it's popped off. The screwdriver was already magnetised, so I'm not sure where my magnetiser is. I still need to find that. But yeah, okay, so we'll screw that through there. Quite enjoying this year. There's quite a lot to do, so it's always nice when you've got quite a lot to do. And we'll just tighten that off a little bit more. Lovely. So yeah, I'm hoping that's still okay, so I'll soon find out. Right, next, this is where all the fiddly spaghetti part comes in. So we're going to pop that over to one side, because the part we now need is this section here, and we're going to put some detailings in. So this is where we get to see if there's any buttons missing. So the first one we want to put in is this one here. It's got like a little semicircular bit on. That's going to go through what looks like the top two corners. So if we turn that up like that, I think it's going into this one and that one. So into there like that. Okay, so let's move that down a bit. Then we want to get this one here that looks like it's got, is it that one? I think it's that one. We've got like a little notch thing. That looks like it's going into, no, that's not that bit. It's this bit. Yeah, this looks like it goes sort of that way round, and it's going into these little holes here. I love how it clicks into place. Look at all that detail on there with the little buttons. I really like the detail on this. And then we got these three. It's like a little bumpy bit. It's hard to see whether the bump goes at the bottom or this bit, because it's like that, but you just follow this little picture here which blows it up a bit. So you want the sort of semicircular bit at the top, and then that's going to go into the bottom bit down below. So that's going into there. Cushy. Right, once we've done that, we need to get this little part here, and that's going to go into these top holes up the top. And then it looks as if we've got a triangle piece, which is red, and that's going to go into there and suction onto there. So look at how that is very nicely designed, how you put one piece in and then the other piece sort of crosses it and keeps it into position. Look at all of that. Oh wow, fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Lovely. So now we need to get this section here, which is quite detailed, looks really nice, and we're going to pop in, it looks as if it's this section here, so that's going to pop, I think, somewhere, looks like it's going like that. So I reckon, well, it says to put it up there, but that don't look right as it goes into, I mean there's these holes here, but there's not really, it's saying to put it up here, but that looks like the part that is what they're saying, because yeah, that is definitely the right part, but oh, I see. So 1, 2, it looks like it goes into that part maybe. Well, it must go into there like that. There's no other way that can go in apart from through there. Yeah, it must go into that section there. Has to be, because there's no other way I can get that in. Right, that's that section. Then we want to get this part here, and it's sort of going, oh, don't you dare fall. And yeah, this that looks like it's going to go into that part up there. Oh yes, brilliant. So that's that section. And then we need to put in a glass sort of, well, it's not glass, it's like transparent sort of plastic here, and that's going to go into what looks like somewhere, let's have a look here. So the holes, oh sorry, that's round the wrong way. So I think it's something like that. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, look at all that. Oh wow. So I reckon that will light up. And then it looks like we need to put a D screw through. Now we've still got quite a lot of bits and we've only got one D screw left. So I'm hoping, you know, we've got enough to do. So they're saying to put this D screw through here. So I don't, well, this is going to be held in with a screw, but I imagine when you put it against one of them, is what's going to light up, because I'll show you something in a minute once I get this section done. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful when you screw plastic or acrylic, because it will snap on you. It's very, very horrible stuff. I hate working with acrylic. Yeah, each one, if you see these yellow light blob things, they're lights. So this part here is going to, I think, well, it goes somewhere like that, but I'm just trying to work out. Oh yeah, there's a little slot. I didn't see that there. I was like, well, how's it screwed in? Lovely, look at that. Oh, it's coming to life. Oh, this is so exciting. Now that is a little bit loose because it's only held in with a tab, so hopefully something else will fit there a little bit later on. I love how we're putting buttons in and then we put it on and then do another bit, put it on. It's very cool. Right, so this is quite a fancy bit. You've got all sorts here, on, off, set dem, I think that says. Error, test 1, test 2. Okay, lovely. So next what we're going to do is we're going to pop in our next sections and just sort the page out. And we're then going to put in this little part here. So this is going to go, oh, this is going to go, how did they have it? They had it somewhere like that. So it will feed into this hole here. And then the other two will slot into there. And again, when I push it in, I always like to flip it over and see what it looks like. So I think that's those little parts here, little like turn knob things. Lovely. Okay, and then the next piece is this section here. And it looks like that's going to go into this hole here. And then a few holes there. So as of yet, we're not missing any buttons on mine. So mine all looks like it's in all good and no parts missing as of yet. So, but yeah, Alex was saying there's some people have had buttons missing or something. So yeah, right, okay, lovely. So let's put this little piece into here. Oh yeah, that's going to be a tight fit. Let's just have a look at that again. So unless it goes into this top one, but I think it's like that, but I can't see how that's going to be quite a, it can't go like that, but if I put that into there, that doesn't seem to line up with the two holes there. So okay, interesting. Right, let's do the other bit first. Let's do this bit. Whoops. Because that bit I can get in perfect. Oh yeah, right, okay, I see what the problem is. This little groove, this slot here, that fits onto like this little bump thing there. So that's why I think it needed just a bit of support to get that in. So let's turn that round. I think it goes something like that, but no, that can't go. It must go like that. Yeah, that's how it goes. Fabulous. And look at that. It all seems to be quite black at the moment, whereas this one's a little bit more colour. Okay, lovely. Part here. Looks like it's going to go this way round. And we're going to pop that over the two holes here. Okay, lovely. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now it's looking like a real sort of dashboard. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to put 2 D screws in. Now, unfortunately, I've only got 1 screw left, so we could have a little bit of a problem here because I've only got the 1 screw. They normally do provide you with like 1 spare, but I might just keep 1 in for now because I really don't want to. It will hold with 1, but it just seems like a lot of, right, if I have to, what's that screw there? That's a B. What I'm going to do, we only seem to have 1 D screw, because that's, as you can see, the packet's gone now. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to wait for another packet of D screws to come up, and if we get any more, I'll have to put, like, strip this part off and then put another bit on. So what I'll do is I'll make a note here that we're short of 1 D screw, and that's for, what would you say, that's for 4/6. So, oh, that is a shame. I thought we had, yeah, we've definitely not got no more screws of the D. Ah. Okay, well, we will hold with 1 in, but we are short with 1 D screw by the looks of it. So I'm still going to fit it anyway. We've got 1 and 2 here. And that's going to go into here again. We need to make sure that we've got clearance of that. And I'm going to pop that into here. Like so. Have we missed a section? Because let's backtrack this. Yeah, sorry, we've missed a step here. We've skipped out this part here. That, I thought that looked a bit strange. That slots into 2 slots here. So you see it goes into something like that. Then we can put this section here in. But yeah, what I'll do is, if someone can remind me when we get another packet of screws, so next time if I'm building a stage and you see like 1 spare screw, can someone just remind me we need to strip this section off to put another screw in the back here. So where did that go? That went into here, didn't it? Yeah. So yeah, there's no more these screws, so I'm just, it's better to have a you know, a short screw than it is to have a part missing. So okay, so this is like a game of Rubik's Cube where you've got to try and get it all in a specific way. What that looks like. That looks like that. I'm just checking the clearance. Yeah, we look like we've got enough clearance there. Please don't tell me this is a D screw. Oh my god, this is D screw as well. We must have another packet, because how can we not have enough screws? Right, I'm going to go back again and see whether we've got another packet. Yay, I found some. So that means I can cut that. I didn't realise we had 2 bags. So in that case, we'll pluck that off and we'll put this screen on. I really hope we get to power this up in this stage, but wow. Oh, I'm so happy I've got another screw for that. Okay, so that's going to go into there. Make sure obviously the wires are out of the way, because if you screw through the wire, your electrics will foul. Okay, that's that bit on. So now we can get another D screw, and then that can go onto there. Now in stage, what's this, stage 4? So stage 5, that's I think it's more, is it the exhaust or something? But it's like a little, it's quite a quick issue, that one. So okay, lovely. So that's that part in. This bit we might have to push over slightly, because there seems to be, why is that so loose? Is anyone else having that problem? Look, there's like a, don't feel like it's held. That's not even held in, is it? No, because I screwed it here, that's why. I can't think today. I'm thinking, why ain't it screwing in? Well, I haven't even got the screw in. Because what I should have done is screwed this side in first and then do that side after. But, yeah, that's what the problem is. So, I really hope we get to test this out after putting all this. So, one more done. As I say, I really like how the wires are covered, and I like the way it goes like that, and then you've got like different bits on different sections. So there's one last little bit to do, and yeah, so now we get to finally, these will be the last of the buttons, so we'll just have to hope that we ain't got none missing. But oh, where's that going? Is that going up the top? Yeah. Okay, lovely. And we'll put this little part here. That can go into there. And then we get another round bit, which has got 4 pegs on it, as you can see. And that's going to go into... I'm going to have a bit more coffee, actually. Oh, just remembered it's on the side and not drank any yet. You definitely need a drink when you're building. Like, I don't seem to sit in very well. Okay. Just seems to, as you can see, it pops out again, but then we need to put, this is, oh my god, this one here is super tiny. Look how small that is. It's super tiny. Cool, that's gonna be, I think we'll have to get a let's have a look here. So, yeah, we might have to use the, no, that's not the right type. Let's use these ones, because I feel like this is gonna be a bit fiddly to get in. Okay, let's pop that into there. Oh, I hope something holds that in. Oh, no, please don't lose that part. So that's got to go into there, but I feel like this is going to pop out again. How did that go? They wanted it like that. That part done. So now we get to put this in. Again, we've got 2 holes either back of here, and if the wire's in the way, we just need to lift it off slightly, but just lift that ideally above that bit there so that you've got clearance for the wire to go through. But let me just say, you can easily tell from the back as well if you've got clearance on that as well. Right, so that's that section. Again, we're coming to the end of it now, so that's just D screws again. And I'm so happy that we've got all them little bits in, because as I say, when you see quite a lot of small parts, it can get a bit overwhelming seeing all like the little parts on it. Let me just screw that, just push that in, it felt a bit loose. Screws fell off. Okay, lovely. So that's that part in. So yeah, we've only got 1 issue left after this, so there will be a short delay. So we might bounce back to the doll's house, because I've got to issue 6 next of that, because I'm going to have to wait for the next parts to come in now, because I think they allocated it a couple of days ago, so they took money for that, and it normally takes them, like, because they have to wait for Yodel to come and pick them up, so they have like certain days they leave the warehouse. So yeah, just have to wait for that. But look at the details so far. I mean, there's so much going on there, it's fabulous. Right, let's put this last little bit in now. So, oh my god, yes, we do get to test it. Oh, you beauty. Oh, brilliant. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm excited now. We get to test the battery. Okay, so the last little bit we need to do is, we've got a slot here, and we need to put the slot over towards this side. That's going to face into there like so. So yeah, there is quite a lot of push fit in this build, so let me just tidy up here a bit. Let's move that out of the way. That can go over there, that can go over there, and then we got a little light, haven't we? So I need the tweezers back again. So yeah, I'm not missing any buttons, Alex, so I must have been one of the ones that weren't defected, or faulty, if you get me. So wow, okay, so that's that in, and then we just need to put this part and look at that, that's the last little bit. You've got a little tab there that feeds into there, and this one's nice because you don't have to worry about a wire there. So there will be bits on here which are for show, that don't have a light behind, as you can see. Normally your lights are like your transparent bits, because as you know, you can't put like a light through here because it's not gonna shine through the plastic there. But okay, lovely, so that's going to go into there like so, and then I think we just put a D screw through there, and then it's power up baby time. But yeah, that Lamborghini that they've got, there's a guy in the photo, his hands are holding like a little steering wheel like this, and if that's the remote control, I think that's fabulous how they've done that. Okay, lovely. So wow, look at that. Oh my god, all them little tiny little bits all put in together. But as I say, when you put these in, do, you know, push them in, otherwise they'll fall out the back and you'll have to strip it all off. And yeah, so last but not least, we get this lovely battery. Where's my battery? Oh no. Yeah, now we get the lovely battery for ourselves. Okay, yeah, so as I was saying, if your battery runs out, it's easy to work out what you need because it's printed on there for you. So it's a GPCR2023. Now we're going to put in the battery. So they want us to put the battery in this side up, and we're going to pop that into, oh look, it's like a little M sign. That's going to slot into position like so. We have light, baby. Oh, okay, we've got problems here. Okay, right, there's quite a lot of faults going on here. So we've got a light there. Something's going on here because you can see that there's like a big orange light behind it. And then down here, we've got major light bleed behind this plastic part. So there's a lot of light bleed behind this. As you can see, there's a massive crack. So someone's going to have to mod that somehow because, oh my god, that is such a big gap. Look at that. You can't have it looking like that. I mean, why is that even a big gap? I mean, it's flush there, but oh my days, that's we're going to have to do something with that. I'm not liking this either. Behind there, I mean, that's really supposed to, is that supposed to power up behind here? But see, that's perfect, you know, all there's lovely, but there's something definitely going on with that, because as you can see, it really should only show up in the center of where that bulb is behind it. So you see behind here, that light bulb thing is behind here, so it should only power through the center. There's definitely something going on here, because these are not even lit up round there. Okay, it only seems to be little bits, and then there, we've got to do something with that, because that's just going to irritate me. I can't push that in any further, but has anyone else got that lighting issue there? Oh my god, that is... now I could ask Fan Home for a replacement. The problem is with that is this part will likely turn up the same and have the same light bleed problem, but we've definitely got to do something with that, because I can't push that over anymore. It looks to me that that needs to shift over slightly, but I can't do that because as you can see, it's already flush. That's where the screw is. So I'm not happy with this. I'm disappointed with that. I think, yeah, there's definitely something not quite right here. I mean, even with like certain buttons, you can see they're sort of like off center a bit. Oh, this needs major work, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's worth sending. I might send the video to Fan Home anyway and just show them that there's like some sort of light bleed thing going on here. But as I say, I don't think a replacement will solve the issue, because you're just going to end up with the same thing. It seems to me that this part's been made far too short, and I can't push that over anymore, because as you can see, it's level with there, so, and it fits flush against that bit, so, oh man. Okay, yeah, I'm disappointed, I'm going to be honest with you. This bit here is perfect, absolutely perfect, but it's just, I feel like there's something really not quite right there, and that is just going to irritate me, this light bleed. Has anyone else had that problem? Let us know in the comments, but I don't know. Trouble is once you have that in, and you've got all, obviously, the top on it, you're still going to have that light bleed coming through there. I mean, it just doesn't look right. I don't know what to do on that, but let us know in the comments. That's our issue done. As you can see, we've got a steering wheel and that. Okay, so yeah, that's what we got. Let us know if you're having that problem. But coming up tomorrow is the last issue before we get the next pack. As I say, there will be a short delay until that comes through, probably about a week or so. But yeah, that's that part. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and if you have any tips to solve this problem, do let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow for the last issue before the next pack. Take care. Bye.